Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to solve systems of equations by graphing. Okay, what a system means, they gave you more than one equation. And I'm going to graph these two equations, okay? So I'm going to get two lines, and then based on the drawing, I can say if there's one solution, many solutions, or no solution, okay? So remember, for graphing, we're going to be using y equals mx plus b. And we use this equation. First of all, the y has to be by itself. If it's not by itself, you get it by itself, okay? And the number that's right next to the x, that is the m. Definition of that is slope. And slope, we define that as rise over run. Okay, so it's going to be the rise over the run. So what that tells me is the what you have right here, it should be a fraction. If it's not a fraction, you make it a fraction, okay? And remember, the rise is going to move you either up or down, depending on the sign. Plus, you go up, negative, you go down. If it's zero, you stay in the middle, don't go anywhere. The run moves you left and right. If it's positive, you go to the right. If it's negative, you go to the left. If it's zero, you stay there. And the p-value, that is called the y-intercept, okay? So in this assignment, all the equations are in this form already. So you have to just find the m and the b and graph it, okay? So equation number one, first equation, you gotta make sure the y is by itself. It is by itself. So in this case, my m is whatever number is in front of the x. Okay, this is my m. Okay, and you may say, well, I don't see nothing in there. Remember, there's a 1 in here, so that is -1. Make that a fraction. So my rise is -1 and my run is +1. The y-intercept of the b-value is equal to 4. So the line that I'm going to draw across is the y-axis at 4. Okay. Second equation, the y is all by itself. So this will be my m. So my m would be 5/2. Rise is 5 and my run is +2. B value is, that is the y-intercept. My y-intercept is -3. Okay. So I'm going to use this information to do the graph. So let me put in the x-axis, and let me put in, sorry, let me put in the x-axis, and let me put in the y-axis. So what I'm going to do is the following. My y-intercept is 4. So go 4 on the y-axis. Remember, this is my x-axis, and this is my y-axis. So I'm going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And from there, my rise is -1. Because it's negative, I'm going to go down, -1. And my run is +1. Fall 1, run 1, rise -1, run 1. Draw a line between them, and that'll be your answer. So here's how the first line looks like. Okay. Now, secondly, I would like to graph the second equation. So my y-intercept is -3, and the y-axis is go to -3. -3 will be right about here. Now my rise is +5. That's my rise. This is my run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up because it's positive. My run is +2. To the right. Up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay. When you graph these lines, you want to make them big, and you want to use as many points as possible because your graph has to be very, very precise. Okay. You cannot because to answer this question, I need to really, really read my graph. So when you graph, make sure you're using graph paper, and the lines have to be, you have to use as many points as possible. Now here's what happens. If you have two lines, there's three possibilities. Possibility number one, maybe what's gonna happen is one line goes this way, and the other line goes this way. So basically what happens is the lines intersect. If they intersect, then we say the system has one solution, and the one solution is the point they have in common. Okay, both lines have a point in common, and that is this point right here. So my answer is, give me the x value of that point, give me the y value of that point, and that is the answer. Okay. Second case is, you know what? If you graph two lines, maybe the two lines never meet. They never intersect. Okay. So if the lines never meet and never intersect, that's the definition of parallel lines. So the lines are parallel. So what you need to know is, what do these two lines have in common? They have no point in common. They have nothing in common, so no point. So the answer here will be no solution. And the thing you're supposed to know is, if they're parallel, the slope of line number one will be equal to slope of line number two. Okay, if the slopes are the same, the two lines are parallel. That's what you should know. Okay, and then case number three is, you know what? Maybe the two lines never meet. Maybe they never intersect. Okay, so what happens is, it's almost, look at this way. If I draw one line that way, and then yeah, my other line will be on top of that one. Okay, so what I'm saying, you know what? Maybe you have one line on top of the other. Okay, and that is what's happening. Now, my solution is, the solution is whatever they have in common. Okay, these lines, they have many things in common. So in this case, my answer will be many solutions. Now, to make things easier for you is the following. The slopes should be the same. Slope of line 1 is equal to slope of line number 2. And the y-intercept of line number 1 is equal to the y-intercept of line number 2. Okay, everything's exactly the same. So if you look at the case of what my drawing, it looks like case number 1. So my answer is one solution. And what is that solution? Tell me the x value and y about this point, and that'll be the solution. So the x is 2, and the y value is 2. Okay, so that's how you do the assignment. Graph it, and then based on your drawing, you say one solution, no solution, or many solutions. Thank you very much.